Another thing I wanted to show you, maybe you do want continuous recording during certain hours. A perfect example is maybe a school. I've set up a school where they wanted continuous 24/7 during the school hours while the children are on campus, and then obviously they don't need to see 24/7 at nighttime when nobody's supposed to be there. What you can do is you can actually choose continuous recording at a certain time, and then the other hours of the day is going to be motion-based recording. So it's a nice feature to be able to set that up. For a residential type setting, you're probably always going to do motion. I don't need to do 24 continuous. So I would probably do the entire grid motion-based recording like that.
So with motion, how sensitive is it?
You can actually adjust the sensitivity.
If you have pets, okay.
Yeah, so you can adjust it to where, this is the funny thing, sometimes bugs, spiders tend to get drawn to the IRs, and that's why a monthly or a weekly cleaning, just a quick dusting of the cameras is usually beneficial. But you can have it to where something that sensitive, like a shadow or a spider web or a bug, is setting it off, or you can try to set it to a lower sensitivity where a physical person or a vehicle needs to be passing by. Once again, my recommendation is I'd rather have to fast forward through bugs and spiders and shadows than completely defeat the purpose of my system and miss everything because I set the sensitivity too low. That's about it as far as some of the highlighted features for the NVR. One thing I wanted to go over with the camera that I can't really show you right now, unfortunately, is the camera that I'm showing you is a 4 megapixel camera. That is actually this one right here. This is called the Vandal Dome. So it has your IRs for viewing at nighttime. This is actually tamper-proof housing, so this is going to take quite a few hits before it starts damaging the camera itself. The reason I like that is I'm probably going to have to be right here beating the crap out of it with a hammer before it finally gives out, and my face is in the picture the entire time. This is also outdoor rated, so it can take dust, it can take rain, it can take all of that, no problem. Our cameras come with 2 highlighted features. One is called WDR, Wide Dynamic Range. Cell phones have a similar feature called High Dynamic Range. What it does is when you have a lot of bright sunlight, if you're taking an indoor picture, for example, and you have sunlight coming through the window, it's just going to be completely white. You just have that bright aura of light. It could even be fluorescence. What the feature does is it takes different images at different exposures and superimposes it into one image and balances everything out. So you'll be able to see clear as day outside the windows. If you were to look at fluorescence, instead of having that bright light around it, you'd be able to see the grill marks in the fluorescent lighting cover. The other feature I wanted to go over with you guys is called Smart IR. What happens in a nighttime setting is, with other products, is sometimes if you're standing in front of the camera at nighttime, the IRs are just reflecting off of your skin, off of your clothes. You look like a white ghost basically with maybe some eyes in the middle. The Smart IR kind of does the same thing. It starts to dim the IRs at a certain luminance, at a certain brightness, so that you can see full facial details. That is huge because most of the time stuff happens at nighttime.
Yeah.
So
is that both an indoor and exterior?
Yeah, so this is a small enough profile to where, and you guys can check it out if you want, it's a small enough profile to where you can use it both indoor or outdoor, and if you had to put it inside here, it's not a giant, robotic, ugly looking eyesore, exactly. And especially outside too, you guys want to keep the house looking nice.
Right.
It's a more professional, more sleek looking camera. The good thing about these, it has what's called a 3-point access, so if you have to mount it to a wall or to a ceiling, you can turn it, twist it, and angle it to get the exact field of view that you want. And then just so you guys can see, we have the IRs
Does
here.
it turn manually, or how did you
These aren't those, so those are called PTZ, pan tilt zoom cameras, which are very, very nice in the idea of what it can do. But unless you're a business where a security guard is constantly monitoring it and kind of scanning the area at certain times of the day, it's a little bit overkill for a home. Also, now you have a motorized camera, you have a lot more parts and internals, a specialized lens where it's going to bring the cost of the camera up almost the entire cost of the system. So if I'm using it for a home, I'm going to get some of these guys set up. That's going to cover the same amount of area, and it's not going to be anywhere near the price of that one camera by itself.
Wow, okay.
So is this rented, or you purchase it and own it?
These would be purchased and owned.
You own it.
Yep, and then if you up and move, it's very easy to take it out, take it where you're going, and then contact Chris and we'll put it in the new location.
So it comes with software for us, like say if we want to backtrack several days at a specific, we have the software on our computer, we can just go and.
That is correct. We offer both the desktop client, you can view over the browser, and you can view over your phones and tablets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I was going to show you guys the app that we have. This is actually My Home live mode as we speak. I want to apologize in advance because we're in rural Ramona. I have awful internet, so it's not the app or the NVR itself. It's just if I try to show, this isn't even the full resolution. If I try to show the full 4 megapixel, it would basically freeze up and freeze the camera.
Really clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what we call a substream. You can view a substream in live mode. What a substream is it's basically a dumbed down resolution for that purpose. Your internet's a little bit too slow. You don't want to eat up all your data on your phone. You don't want to choke up all your bandwidth at the house. So this is the substream of this 4 megapixel camera, and that's how clear it is.
Okay.
So very, very clear picture. There's a lot of different things that you can do. You can take a snapshot if you wanted to of exactly what you're looking at. You can change the resolution right here. If I wanted to try to change it to clear, that's what I would do, but I'm not going to do that. You can digitally zoom in if you want to see exactly what's going on.
Cool, okay.
So even on the substream, I can see that barcode from that far away.
Wow.
So if it's one of these cameras, can you rotate? I mean, can you move your angle around to see around?
It's not, so these aren't those motorized versions.
Okay.
These ones, we will just get set stationary like this, and then you can use the digital feature to see if
Oh, I see.
the hummingbirds are raiding the hummingbird feeder, or if somebody's trying to steal our bike on the fence all the way over there.
Yeah.
So the good thing too is, it's a very affordable product for the resolution that you're getting, and when you have a higher resolution like this, you can really digitally zoom in without having to have one of those more expensive motorized type cameras. You can zoom in and still see very good detail because you have more pixels in the picture. As far as playback, and this is one thing that I like the most, is when you're viewing most other manufacturers' apps out there, you get a live mode, you get a playback mode. You can't really save footage to your phone. We
Right.
actually do have, oops, I have to get out of digital mode. Our app will actually allow you to save a couple of minutes of footage to your phone if you want to. If you're out of town, you get a notification that something's going on, you realize something had just happened, you want to hurry up and pull that footage off before maybe your hard drive overwrites it, or the person at home at the time might find your NVR and unplug it. It's nice to be able to actually save that footage